a file option from this new option, then website. Here we can select the language whatever we are preferring, like Visual Basic or Visual C Sharp. I have selected Visual C Sharp, and here I will select empty website, ASP.NET empty website, and then click OK. Now we have created a website. Now we have to add web pages to it. Select website option, add new existing item. Here a dialog box will appear. Now we have to select web forms. We can change the name of the web form as whatever we want, like I am giving it my first web page. Add. Now I have added a web page to my website. Now this is a coding portion where we can code whatever we want in our website. This is a design portion where we can design by using the tools from the toolbox. These tools I will explain you in next tutorial about these tools. First of all, I am explaining you this coding part. I have prepared some codes to explain you, so I should write them here. Now you can see codes in ASP. This page will display date and time in the web browser. Now this is a source page where you have to perform coding part. This is the design part. Now here we are not designing anything. I will explain you the coding part. I have written some codes to explain you. This page is very simple but does illustrate the most common elements of ASP.NET page. The page contains a directive, a code declaration block, and a page render block. This one is directive, this one is page declarative block, and this one is render block. Till here. The first line of the directive, this one is the directive. It starts with this symbol and ends with this symbol. This line shows that we can see the line indicating language equals to C Sharp. This one means we are using C Sharp language, that is, this is compiled by C Sharp compiler. The next part is code declaration block. This one is code declaration block, which begins with the opening script run at equals to server and ends with /script tag. Code declaration block contains all the methods and functions and subroutines used in this page. For example, this is a method used in this page. This method is date and time method. As we can see here, the page load is a method. Which is consisting of a code date and time, which will display date and time in the web browser. This function will display date and time in the web browser. This method assigns the current date and time to the next property of label controlled. Here we can see label control. These labels are used to display date and time on the web browser. These are contained in the body of the page named LBL server time. As we can see here, these are contained in the body of the page. This is the body of the page. Here these are labels and these are contained in LBL server time. This one. Run at server prefers that these coding will be run at server. Show in the browser. Page load method is an example of event handler, as it executes every time the page loads. This one, page load, is a method. The final part of the page is called the page render block. This one is a page render block. This one is page render block, which contains everything rendered to the browser. Render block includes everything between opening and closing HTML tag. This is the opening of HTML tag and this is the closing of HTML tag, and everything is inside this. Here two special things are present in page render block. Form ID equals to form1 run at server. Form ID equals to form1 run at server. This means this tag represents that whatever control used here in it will run at server only. This means this will run at जो भी हम इसमें whatever content we will use in this will be displayed at server in the browser. ASP.NET pages are often called web form pages because almost always contain a server-side form element. So here we can see how to create a single ASP.NET page. This is the coding part. Now we have to run it on browser. So we will start debugging it. Okay. Now we can see a page where a message is displayed, welcome to ASP.NET 4.0, and current and date time is displayed. Here is the date and here is the time. So this is a simple ASP.NET page, and next topics we will cover